I'm here at the client terminal, and we're going to go back to the original menu outside of the listener's menu. And you can do help as usual to see what you can do, but we're looking to generate a backdoor or a stager as referred to by Empire. So to do that, we're going to use the use stager command from Empire. So we're simply going to type use S and it'll autocomplete for us. So all I have to do is press the down arrow or tab to autocomplete. And then once I press space, again, as you can see, we have all of the options that we can use with stagers or with backdoors. And what we actually wanted to use is a Windows launcher, and that's going to be in a BAT format. So it's going to be filename.bat. We're going to hit enter to select that. And as you can see, now Empire is set to use Stager Windows Launcher BAT. Again, similar to the listener, it automatically lists all of the options that you can set for this stager. And similar to the listener, you actually don't need to modify much in here. Now, modifying these could be good to make the backdoor or the stager more unique, which will help you bypass more antivirus programs. So the same concepts apply. You can see the file name in here. It's called launcher.bat. So you can modify that if you want to. But the main thing that we actually have to set is the listener value in here. As you can see, it's required. It's not set to anything. And if you remember from the previous example, our listener was called HTTP. Therefore, we're going to set the value of this option to HTTP to the name of our listener. And setting the options is very similar to what we're used to. We use the set command, followed by the option name, which is listener in our case, followed by the value, which is HTTP in this case. We're going to hit enter, and if we run options again, you'll see that the listener is set to HTTP now. I'm also going to change the out file name to something that is more meaningful instead of launcher.bat. So again, I'm using the set command followed by the option, which is out file, followed by the name that I want to set it to, and we're just going to call it Empire HTTP 8080.bat. I'm going to hit enter and run options one more time to make sure that everything is configured as I want. I have the right name in here, and we have the right listener name in here. So ready to go. And again, similar to the listener, you can do execute or generate to actually generate this backdoor or a stager. We're going to hit enter, and perfect. As you can see, it's telling us that it is stored in the following location. So you can simply copy this and paste it in your file manager to get there. But I actually want to copy that to my evil files directory. So I'm going to do CP to copy, and I want to copy this file to var www.html evil files. So CP command is to copy files. We're giving it the location of the source, followed by the location of the destination. So we're going to hit enter, and that should be copied now to my evil files directory. And finally, I'm going to run my Apache web server so I can actually go ahead and download the stager from the target Windows machine. So we can do that by doing service Apache 2 start, similar to what we have been doing so far. Now the Apache web server is running. So if we go to the Windows machine and simply just refresh this, as you can see, I'm getting the home page, which basically just says it works. And if I go to the evil files directory, we can see we have our file Empire HTTP 8080.bat, and if I click on it, it'll download it for me. Now, keep in mind that this is not the smartest way of delivering backdoors. We will talk about delivery methods in the delivery methods section. It's always best to break down bigger problems into simpler ones. So right now, the goal is to generate a backdoor, and then we will talk about smart ways of delivering it later on when we get to that section. So right now, we just want to generate a backdoor that actually works and bypasses as many antivirus programs as possible. Empire backdoors usually bypass antivirus programs very well if Empire has recently been updated, and Empire has been recently updated. But if it wasn't, if your backdoor is being detected by antivirus programs, for now, make sure you turn off Windows Defender by going to the Start menu, look for Windows Defender, click on it, click on Virus and Threat Protection. Scroll down to the Threat Protection, click on Manage Settings and make sure you set it to All. So once you have this done, we're going to close this, come here, and we're going to click on the backdoor to download it. We're going to save the file. It's going to go into our downloads, and then we're going to click on it to run it. You're going to get a notification from Windows telling you that this file is an executable. That's normal. You get this with any executable that is not made by a big company like Microsoft. So we're going to say that's fine, and we're going to run it. And now that the executable got executed, let's go back to our client terminal. And as you can see, there's already a few things happening. You can see that it's saying there's a new agent. And if we look in here in the server, you can see the number of agents is 1. And basically what that means is we managed to get a reverse connection from a target computer. Now, to see all of the possible agents, we can simply type agents in our client. And that's going to list all of the connections that we have at the moment. So you can see this is the new agent that we got. You can see its type, the language is PowerShell. You can see the IP. You can see the username on that computer. It's the MS Edge computer with the username AE user. And at the end, you can see the listener type as well, which is the HTTP listener. Now, to interact with this agent, with Metasploit, we used to do sessions I for interact. In this case, we just have to do interact followed by the agent name. And as you can see, it's automatically suggesting the agent that we have. So we're simply gonna type 9 and tab to select it, hit enter, and now we're inside that agent. So now we can remotely control this Windows computer from within this terminal. We will cover everything that we can do from this access in the post-exploitation section. But for now, just to verify that we actually have access to that computer and that we can remotely control it, I'm simply going to run the info command to get information about that computer. And as you can see, again, you get the computer name, the username, all that kind of stuff. You can do help to see all of the possible commands that you can run. But like I said, don't worry about it for now. We will talk about it in details later on in the post-exploitation section.